Welcome to my channel. Greetings to you. Please subscribe, like it, press bell icon for notification and share to others. In this lecture, I am going to deliver on index numbers. This is a brief contents of the index numbers, introduction of index numbers, definitions of index numbers, uses of index numbers, problems facing in construction of the index numbers, classifications of index numbers, value index number, chain-based index numbers, methods of constructing index numbers. Mainly in the methods of constructing index numbers, there are 6 methods: Laspeyres method, Pouch's method, Bowley method, Fisher's method, Marshall-Edgeworth method, Cayley's method. So let us come to introduction of index number. An index number measures the relative changes, price, quantity, value, or some other item of interest from one period to another. A simple index number measures the relative change in one or more than one variable. Some other item of interest, particularly the index numbers, measures the relative changes of the price of commodity, quantity of commodity, value from period to period, and index numbers measures the relative change in one or more than one variable. What is an index number? An index number in statistics is a tool generally used to measure the difference in relative changes from time to time. The difference can also be from place to place. It can be thought of as the arithmetic mean that we use to find or represent some values of a particular data. See here now, index number means generally used to measure the difference in the relative changes from time to time. So what are the changes will be happen? The price of the commodities from time to time. So we are measure the differences, particularly price differences, through the help of index numbers. Definitions of index numbers. So there are two definitions. One is a definition of Ronald, and one more definition given by the Bowley. According to Ronald, index numbers quantitative measures of growth of prices, production, inventory, and other quantities of economic interest. So this is the definitions of Ronald with applicable to the index numbers. And one more definition given by Bowley. In the words of Bowley, index numbers are used to measure the changes in some quantity which we cannot observe directly. And let us come to the uses of index numbers. There are many important uses by the index numbers. So number one, helps in policy formulation. When you are going to policy formulation, the index numbers are helpful to policy formulation. Number two, act as economic barometers. The index numbers are playing an important role in economic barometers. Then number three, helps in studying trend and forecasting demand and supply. So when we are going to find out the forecasting demand and supply, we can use the index numbers for this purposes. And fourth one, helps to measure purchasing power. So when you are going to measure the purchasing power, the index numbers are most helpful to find out the purchasing power of the consumer. And fifth one, indicator of rate of inflation. So index number is a indicator of rate of inflation. Then last one, helps to measure changes in price level. So what are the changes of the price level of the commodity from time to time, or so from place to place? We are using the index number to measure the changes in the price level. So these are the some of important uses of the index numbers. Problems in index numbers construction. So we are facing some of the problems in index number construction. Mainly these problems are: number one, selection of base year. So what base year we can take to construct the index numbers? This is the one of the problem in the construction of a index number. Then number two, types of formula. Number three, selection of weights, choice of index, the data for index numbers, selection of the suitable methods of averages, definition of purpose. So here, so we can see that, so these are the some of the problems in index number construction. Mainly we can see that choice of the index number, which index number we can use to construct the index number, and so suitable methods of averages. It may be so arithmetic average or geometric average. So what average we can use to construct the index number? So we can see that the problems of average method to construct the index number. Let us come to classification of index numbers or types of index numbers. There are 5 types of index numbers. Number one, simple index number. Number two, composite index number. Number three, price index number. Number four, quantity index number. And last one, value index number. So these are the types of index numbers. Methods of constructing the index numbers. There are 2 methods for construction of the index number. Number one, unweighted method, and number two, weighted method. So again, in the unweighted method, we can classify 2 methods. One is a simple aggregative method. Number two, simple average of price relative. Then let us come to unweighted method. In the unweighted method also we can classify 2 methods. Number one, weighted aggregated method, weighted average of price relative. So these are the methods of constructing the index numbers. Okay, let us try to focus on simple aggregative method. So here we can constructing the index numbers by the method of simple aggregative method. The formula of the aggregative method is P01 equal to sigma P1 upon sigma P0 into 100. Whereas P01, it indicates that the index number for which year we are going to find out in the index number. And sigma P1 equal to sum of the price of current year, and sigma P0 equal to sum of the price of base year, which base year we can taking now. So this is the sum of the base year values. So we can try to solve the problem. Here, so this is the problem. Here we can take current year as 2020 and the base year is 2015. So from these data, we are going to construct the index number with the help of simple aggregative method. So first column, it shows that commodities, there are 4 commodities A, B, C, D, and second column shows that a price in base year. the base year is 2015, and this third column shows that price in current year. The current year is 2020. So 40, 60, 25, 20. So these are the prices of the commodities in the current year. Now we can solve this problem. First column, commodity. There are 4 commodities: commodity A, commodity B, commodity C, and commodity D. And second column, price in base year. So base year is, we can consider here 2015. The prices are measures in rupees, and the price of the A commodity is rupees 25. Price of the commodity is price of the commodity B is 40 rupees. Price of the commodity C is 15 rupees, and last one, commodity D price is 10 rupees. And so we can add all these prices of the commodities, that is sigma P naught equal to 90 rupees. And come to third column. So this third column shows that prices in current year. So here current year we can consider 2020. So in the current year, the prices of the commodity, the price of the commodity A is rupees 40, the price of the commodity B is rupees 60, and the price of the commodity C is rupees 25, and the price of commodity D is rupees 20. So we can add all these prices of the commodities, that is sigma P1 equal to 145. So this 145 is a sum of the prices of all the commodities in the current year, that is 2020. Then next step, here already we can find out that sigma P naught equal to 90 and sigma P1 is equal to 145. The formula of index number by the simple index number method, P01 equal to sigma P1 upon sigma P0 equal to 100. So here already we can find out that sigma P1 is equal to 145 upon sigma P0 equal to 90 into 100. So let us divide 145 by 90. The answer is 1.611. Then again we can multiply by 100. The final answer is 161.11. It means the price in 2020 were 61.11% increase as compared to 2015. So here we can observe that the prices of the commodities in the current year were increased by 61.11%. So because the base year is 2015 and the current year is 2020, here all the commodity prices are aggregatively increases by 61.11%. Okay, let us come to the second method in the unweighted method, that is simple average of relatives method. So this is the simple average of the relative method. So we can, here in this method we can use the arithmetic mean or we can use the geometric mean. Here if we can use the arithmetic mean, the formula of the average of relatives method is P01 equal to sigma P1 upon P0 into 100 divided by N, whereas N is number of items or number of commodities. So how many number of commodities we can use, or how many items we can consider to solve the problems. And suppose we can use the geometric mean, the formula of the average of relatives method to construct the index number is sigma log P1 upon P0 into 100 divided by N. So here also N is indicators that number of items or a number of commodities. Okay, so let us we solve the one more problem here. From the data given below, construct the index number for the year 2020, taking 2015 as base year by using arithmetic mean. See here, no? So in this problem, we can using the arithmetic mean to find out the index number for the current year of 2020, and here we can consider 2015 as a base year. So the data are like here. Here, 5 commodities P, Q, R, S, T. So the first column, so it shows that the commodities what we can consider in this problem. Then second column, it shows that the prices of the commodities in a base year. So here we can consider 2015 is a base year. The prices of the commodity of P in the base year, that is rupees 8, and the prices of the commodity Q in the base year, that is 10, and the prices of the R commodity in the base year, that is 4 rupees, S commodity price 2 rupees, and last one prices of the year. So prices are in the current year. So here prices in current year, prices of the commodity A 12 rupees, Q commodity 12 rupees, R commodity 6, S commodity 2 rupees, and T commodity 10 rupees. So let us solve this problem here. So we can find out the relative price. The price of the relative is P1 upon P0 into 100. Here P0 value is here, this is P1 equal to 12 divided by P0 is 8. So 12 divided by 8 equal to 1.5, and multiplied by 100 equal to, so 150. And Q commodity price is in the base year 10 and in the current year 12. So 12 divided by 10 equal to 1.2 into 100 equal to 120. And 6 is the price of R commodity in the current year, and upon 4, this is price of the R commodity in the base year. So 6 divided by 4 equal to 1.5 into 100 equal to 150, and 2 divided by 12 equal to 0.167 into 100 equal to 16.67. Then finally 10 divided by 6 equal to 1.67 into 100 is equal to 166.67. And here the sigma R, that means sigma relative price equal to 603.34, and the formula is sigma R means it is a relative price upon N means number of observations, whereas R stands for the sum of price relatives, and N stands for the number of commodities. So that's why the index number for the current year 2020 is 603.34 upon 5 equal to 120.668. So that's why the index number for the current year 2020 is 120.668. Remaining part will be continued in next lecture. Thank you. Thank you so much for patiently hearing